Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary in the Unranked 2 Challenger with only viewer picks. We are playing some Leona top lane today versus a Aatrox. Um, Probably going to be difficult because of Aatrox's healing, so I do want to get Bramble pretty quickly, I believe, just to try to prevent that. Besides that, they said to go Bruiser Leona. If something like Divine Sunder still existed where you could heal based and deal damage based off of your HP, that could be pretty good. But because I have no build like that, and Trinity Force probably wouldn't be very good, we're just gonna do Tank Leona because I think it's way easier to play. I have played Leona top a few times already, actually. It almost never goes well from like previous asks of me playing it. And it felt worse when I played it bruisery than when I just played it straight tank. Because with straight tank, all that matters is staying on top of people while fighting them, and if you can do that, you should be completely fine. In fact, I feel like Leona totally could be a solo laner if for one thing that like really hurts her bad, which is your wait a second. Your passive is sunlight. Whenever you land any ability on any target, it will put sunlight onto them, and it cannot be detonated unless your teammate hits them. So if you don't have anybody to hit with you, then that means that, unfortunately, that you will never be able to proc it. And I feel like that's really the biggest concern. Another bad thing is, like, the CSing is pretty terrible because, she doesn't have a good way of like farming, but it does become way easier when you build like Sunfire Cape because Sunfire Cape allows you to just shove, right? I'm gonna be constantly using my W. What your W does is that it's really ridiculous, by the way. Your W gives you armor magic resist, and it lowers the amount of damage that you take from everything by like a flat amount. And that itself is like extremely busted. You will see the numbers pop up when I'm fighting this guy. You'll see how often, like, right there it just said minus 48. He'll hit me hard. Wow, I'm surprised that he tried diving. That was crazy. That was so stupid by him. Thank God he just gave me a free kill. Just pop my biscuit, immediately all in, because I know that I'm super tanky. Leona W is what we're going to be maxing first, because the more often I have this available, the more stuff I can do. Leona is a very, very straightforward support champion, because all you do is... Let's see if I can even get these. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so painful. Your Q is an auto attack reset. So your Q is a stun. It just stuns whoever's in front of you or whoever you auto attack. It is an auto attack reset as well. It feels pretty nice to play around. Because I can buy this, I'm just gonna buy this first. We're just gonna ignore going for the Bramble for now. But because your W gets stronger based off of you building armor and magic resist, that means it gets even more powerful, of course, like as the game continues, which is pretty sick. At this point, you can honestly do a little bit of trading as long as your W is up. Like, that's the most important part. As you can see, like, the trade went okay. I'm not going to say that that was, like, a favorable trade, but it's alright. Especially for, like, not really playing a champion that necessarily is that good of a duelist. And then, eventually, we'll just be so freaking tanky through activating my W that I can duel way more frequently. How your W works is that when you activate it, if it hits any target whatsoever, it will cause them to... It will cause your W's effect of taking less damage to stay on you for more. When you activate it, it does the explosion thing. The explosion doesn't really matter. Getting hit during it doesn't really matter. And then if you hit any target, it extends the duration by 3 seconds. So it lasts 3 seconds, and if there's nobody around you, and then, like, you're not able to hit anybody, and you see it pop. If nobody was hit, you just lose it completely. But you can hit minions to make it alive. And as you can see, like, right now, this is, like, a terrible lane state. I can't even fix it. Because I know that I can't beat this guy in a 1v1, and I also can't even, like, push out or anything either, which also sucks. I'll just go for the cannon just cuz. I might as well commit a little bit if I'm already going to be, like, losing a bit, right? If he wants to freeze it, he can. I mean, I'll just base. The thing is, I already know that, sacrificing some of my lane just to get off, like, good resets is completely worth it. You'll see the spike point happen around, like, level 9. Level 9 power spike is huge, because that makes it so your WCD is low enough that I can consistently use it all the time. You can duel people a little bit, but once again, the biggest concern right now is that Aatrox has this healing, and it is really substantial. But I built this to make it so I could, like, duel a little bit better and also CS a little bit better, too. We just activate W permanently for the entire laning phase just to make it so we don't take as much, even though it does hurt every single time a little bit. His cooldowns, of course, get very short as well. I did hit him there. See how good that trade was? I mean, he's also fighting to a minion wave, too. And you can see my next W is coming back up again, so... My WCD is quite short already. He's feeling, I guess, less optimistic about trying to duel me, I suppose. I got his flash. I didn't try to go for, like, the best combo to, Oh, okay, that hurts a little bit. I am quite low here. You probably could try to all-in me, so I think I'm just going to back away for now. I'm just going to ward this as well, though. I don't think that we should fight this. Preferably, he just, like, takes it and leaves, if a fight even does break out. I'm going to stick around just to get the EXP until my TP comes back up. Because my TP should be pretty beneficial to, keep myself alive and stuff. Of course, we're down quite a bit of farm. That's one of the struggles of Leona. Leona's just absolute trash with keeping up with farm. But we do have our thingy that I was waiting for the whole time. You max E instead of Q second because your ECD gets lower and your Q doesn't. I just got one of those minions, and we're just going to back. Because obviously, we know that there's no way we can duel this guy right now. I can build the anti-heal. The game seems kind of even-ish. I mean, this Viego is the biggest griefer so far on the enemy team that's been really throwing the game. If I was to go Bruiser Leona, like, think about what itemization I would even build first and how awkward that would feel when I'm just components. The thing is that tank just feels so much better because at least I have stuff to, like, play around. So that's why I'm able to beat him, because I'm reducing his healing. Aatrox healing isn't really that crazy. I'm also just engaging because I know I have full mana. Leona, if you spam all the time and constantly duel, you'll go so quickly. Which means Fimbulwinter, of course, is crazy good, right? But in my games that I try going Fimble, the tier feels so freaking bad to buy. Like, because when you buy it, you set yourself so far behind, like, in terms of being able to... I'm also going to sell this, and I think buy this. No, actually, not that. I'll sell this. Anyways, if you buy tier, especially early on, it's good because you won't run out of mana anymore, but you have to believe me, that little tiny thing is so influential because now I can't afford Bramble. Now I can't afford a Balmy Cinder. My Bomby Cinder has done 400 damage so far. It's so crazy how that tiny purchase just completely ruins the laning phase. I thought it would be good, but apparently just feels absolutely trash to build. Of course, I'm sure that if you can get it to scale without getting crushed in lane, for sure, you could totally build that item, but I think that it's more realistic to just build to have immediate impact because of how trash Leona's early game is. Because even, like, farming these, like, imagine how difficult it would have been to not be able to farm with my Brambles hitting them and Bombies is hitting them. It would be so bad. Every single time that he goes for us, we're really just, like, trying to activate our W and just not get damaged too much, but... Isn't it crazy that with him landing full combo onto me, it doesn't even, like, feel that bad because of how much armor I have? If you get full comboed by Aatrox, you normally are just instantly take so much. I know that I'm gonna take big damage here, but I need to, like, farm some of these. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall, like, super far behind in CS, so... I know I'm putting myself in a very vulnerable scenario, but I have to get some farm because I know that this next spike point is too massive to not sacrifice some of my HP for the farm. That being said, though, I maybe could have played it obviously better by just not doing it as aggressively, because I was pretty aggro there. Got myself quite low quite quickly. I'm pretty happy with our CS per minute, though. 85 to 114 is not bad, because I've had Leona games where it was more like 60 to 120, where, like, they literally have double my farm. This feels a lot more manageable. And then, of course, when we get into the team fighting stage, that's when we're really online. I mean, you're not supposed to pick Leona to be able to beat people in a 1v1. They said try to incorporate Navori's. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that I can do that. It's gonna be too challenging. It's very unrealistic. This guy already has his Black Cleaver. But the reason why he has Black Cleaver sooner than me, even though I've gotten some of these kills, is because, sadly, I had to build a Bramble, and Bramble's expensive. So... You should just die here. Also, if your junglers ever help you, very common occurrence to never get any jungle help, I realized, firstly. This is one of the only Leona top games I've ever played where my jungler legitimately helps. Normally, I get absolutely zero assistance, and I'm just on an island all game, and I get ganked all the time. But, this game is a lot different, because I have only been ganked one time where they failed really hard and stuff, so... Anyways, if you get jungle help, of course, you're very, very powerful. When I land all of my abilities, I'm enabling my teammate to deal that magic damage on hit. I do have crazy crowd control in my kit to really make myself strong. And now that we finished our Sunfire, the Sunfire effect is way stronger. So the amount of damage that it does is better, right? Is it way stronger? I swear it is. 15 damage versus 29. And also... No, never mind. It has no second effect. Yeah, I mean, it basically doubles the damage. It also has HP scaling on it, and HP scaling obviously means that it can get even stronger, too. So how you fight people is just by surviving. At this point, like, when I fight this guy, my damage is through the Sunfire Cape hitting him. And then I just, like, walk around in circles trying to not get hit by his sweet spots, because his sweet spots heal him and deal more damage, and I'm worried about that. See, look. We both half-lifed each other. Even though he has Black Cleaver to shred my armor, I still am, like, equally trading. I do think his all-in potential is way better than mine, though. I'm just gonna ulti for the wave. I just want it. So that was a full duel against an Aatrox with ultimate. I just ran around in circles. I just constantly try to proc Grasp and heal myself through the Grasp procs while keeping myself alive. And it kind of worked out, right? Wasn't too shabby, I would say. Should I just finish Thornmail? They do have a ridiculous amount of auto attackers. I mean, Zeri is quite strong. I know that she can damage herself. Viego does not like auto attacking people too who have it. They might just try to ignore me though, of course. The other item I should probably build though, if I wasn't to go that, would just be like... honestly, maybe Unending. Sounds kind of sick. Or the latest Fimbulwinter ever. There's no reason to, like, harass that guy, I would say. Is that Aatrox? Huh. Dang it, she's gonna die immediately before I even get there. That's unfortunate. Well, time to put myself straight into the danger, huh? I last for a long time. Obviously, I'm, like, giga tanky. Just leave, 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 leave. As soon as I miss, it's over. Yeah, that's why Leona's busted. I wish that when I press shift, this told you how much damage you reduced during the game. I just went into, like, the whole entire enemy team was getting bursted by a fed, like, Zeri, and I didn't even care. It just does no damage to me. Nice, we can just full buy this. I'll just get it immediately. We are so powerful as a top laner, as long as we can get past that terrible early. So the goal for us is that we just go really ham inside of team fights, land E to, your E, like, pulls you forward and it snares, and then you just follow up with your stun and stuff, and you just stick on top of people for as long as you can, while, CCing them over and over again. It's really not complicated at all. If you want to, though, if you want to, like, auto-attack weave, you can, auto-attack. Just do a little bit of damage to her. I'm not really sure why this guy wants to fight me so badly. I know that Viego is coming down. I almost killed her with no magic resist. Viego's here. Minus 174. Did you see that? Minus 174. It did like 20 damage to me. What? Such a broken ability, dude. I might be screwed because I am overextended. That's too many people for me to fight. My team was busy doing stuff mid lane. Not that, like, my team should... I'm, like, blaming them by any means, but... because they're busy, I should not be pressuring and, like, doing some stupid outplay. It does suck that, Syndra is so fed to the point that she does have that true damage, because I might have been able to survive if she didn't have that. Syndra has an execute on her ultimate if she has a certain amount of stacks, and I feel like her amount of stacks that she has for 21 minutes is somewhat high. I gave them a pretty big bounty, so I'm sorry, team. I do think that the game state is still mighty fine, and I still can do crazy good for the team, so it's not like the end of the world. We're only one dragon away from getting Soul. When we get Soul, it's also the Mountain Dragon Soul, so I'll be even tankier inside of team fights, which is pretty nice. I guess Frozen Heart doesn't sound that bad. I mean, if Leona sticks on top of people, this would maybe be the replacement for Fimble without having to commit to the tier early on. You never go Frozen Heart early on, though. It would be like 3rd item, 4th item. I don't want to build it, though, because I feel that we need a little bit of magic resist, something to deal with this Syndra, because she is kind of annoying. We do have like a decent amount of AP damage, so I could go something like Abyssal Mask, so people take more damage, I guess, around me. Otherwise, I'm thinking Force of Nature for the movement speed and stuff. She'll just die. I mean, my teammate gets egged, but doesn't really matter. You need to be a bit careful because they might engage on you. Don't worry, I'm gonna be your support though. I will just make sure that if they engage that I will sacrifice my life for you so you don't die. Yeah, my Sunfire Cape this game has done 2,000 damage. Not bad. Oh yeah, Unending Despair does give magic resist now. I always forgot. I mean, Unending used to only be armor. So I guess I could go that too. Because I do enjoy going, like, into the whole enemy team. I'm not about just jumping on, like, one person. Of course, if they try to separate themselves, it could be annoying to try to get more Unending Despair procs on, like, multiple people, but I do kind of just try to jump in. I probably don't really deal damage to the dragon, so I might as well just sit with my Nautilus to look for an engage. I don't understand why the enemy team would engage, though, with Cinder being topside. It would be very weird to do that. Ooh. Wow, that Milia ultimate was so good, even though it... I feel like I could never land the stun from that distance in the first place, though. I can just tank this. I'm a Leona. As you can see, like, it does absolutely 0 damage to me. Did that just say minus 794? Like, gosh, dude, I cannot talk about it more. Guys, you have to understand Leona W is probably one of the strongest tank base abilities in the entire freaking game. Like, if you put this onto any other solo lane, top laner tank, he would have one of the most ridiculous abilities ever. It is so freaking broken. It is so ridiculous. Minus 794. Damn, I just don't die. That just said minus 809. What the hell? My god, bro. I'm so ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that the number that it's showing isn't actually how much damage it would deal to me, because if you notice, the last shot only did like 350. Leona raises her shield, reducing incoming damage by 24. Whatever that means. It doesn't really matter knowing the exact specifics of it. I tried to understand it before, and when I explained it, apparently I was wrong, so I'm not even going to explain how it works. Just know that it's broken as heck. That's all you need to know. When you press it, you become immune to damage. Exaggeration, but somewhat true. Dude, I'm totally down to take both of you on. Just for funsies, if you guys want. Dude, you guys are not gonna fight a Leona. Come on, man. You guys really aren't gonna fight me? Seriously? You're just gonna run away like that? Oh, they flashed away. Well, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary on the Leona top lane. As you can see, it can be done, but do not build her Bruiser. It is such a bait. Do not do it. I swear, it is not good. The best way to play it is by playing it tank. I have tried Bruiser many times over. It is not the way to do it. It will not work. The tank is the optimal way. You are so much stronger. Like, you would think that at 2 items Bruiser, let's pretend that you're versus somebody and they let you get those Bruiser items, you still, I swear, will not be as strong as Tank Leona. Tank Leona will be better at dueling because one of her strongest things is just staying alive and having people to just... You just walk around in circles while your Sunfire cape burns people to death, and that's, like, in my opinion, better than going like a Trinity Force and hoping that your Q like does enough damage, because you're going to be also squishier. Mitigated damage was the highest. Damage taken was the second highest. My mitigated was 20,000 more than my damage taken. I don't think anything else really matters. So yeah, that was Leona top lane. This is the person that I was against. They are a master tier top lane main. I banned, I think, Jax because I hate... No, I banned Camille. You want to ban the tree damage people because tree damage people are annoying, but you can see that he does play top lane. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary in the Unranked Challenger with only viewer picks. We are playing some Yorick top lane today. They said Yorick mid, but we got autofill top lane with the Yorick mid with Comet, Shojin, Liandries, and Riftmaker. I forgot the reasoning for the Liandries and Riftmaker, but yeah, it kind of is a thing. Yorick is kind of about purely split push. You do scale, I would say, pretty well. The early game is the hardest before you have anything, because the thing is that, let me just get one more Q onto you. So, Warwick, of course, I play Warwick. I understand how busted he is, like, early on, so it's going to be painful to go versus him during the early game before I get Graves. You need Graves badly, because if you don't have Graves, it's super bad for, being able to fight people, because your little minion guys matter a lot. Every single time that I use my Q, I spawn a grave on the ground, and to spawn them, I either land my E onto a champion, which will cause them to attack him immediately, which does pretty nice damage. Or if you get up to 3 graves on the ground, when you press Q, because your Q is normally an auto attack enabler, then if you press it again, it will just spawn everything, but they will not just immediately focus, like, enemy champion. So normally, you want to be landing your E to, like, fight people. If you don't land your E, you could auto-attack, and I believe they do follow you, but they're, like, slower, and they don't jump. When you land your E, it makes them jump. You throw this mist, and it slows them, and it's just the most realistic way of fighting. But because we didn't get dominated during the early game, of course, that's very good. I know that this guy wants to fight badly. If I had Ignite, I probably could kill, but I don't, which is the problem. I'm going to pop my Biscuit to make it so I'm not below half, because I don't like it when he has that movement speed. It's really annoying. My best first purchase, even though they want me to go Shojin, is going to be Executioners. I'm going Executioners no matter what. I need anti-heal immediately to make this guy not be able to, like, automatically win when fighting me. Because it's a bit difficult. But unfortunately, he's kind of just making it so I can't really farm. I guess this is chill. I'm just not going to be able to get my item, but I got his flash. I have TP to come back. And we're just going to have to hope that I'm able to beat him. Because I'm not going to be able to afford my thing. So I guess we'll find out. I don't have any graves on the ground either, so I have 0 ghouls to spawn too. He should just be screwed here. There's no way he can survive this. Oh. He almost got him. It's close. The reason why I didn't fully commit with the Talon is because he had his Eon, so he was going to fear, and I think the fear duration would last longer than me just waiting. Because otherwise we're both just going to get feared, and then I just can't do anything. But that's really good. Teammate was able to assist. We have our Executioners now, and I get a plate for myself, and we'll just base. So, yeah, your Q is an auto-attack reset. Your Q just does physical damage. And it looks like it also reduces the CD when you hit non-champions. I had no idea that existed. I think that was maybe a recent buff to him. I don't think that's a real thing. If it attacks a champion, you get a grave. That's new. I think 3 months ago, you did not get graves from queuing champions. So they tried to make it so Yorick... Because Yorick's playstyle was just only hit minions to last hit, and then you have to fight the opponent afterwards. But now they're like, okay, if you want to fight the opponent, you can. You shouldn't be punished for, like, every single time that you press your Q, you can't ever fight, you know? So... Anyways, my W is a very underrated ability, I feel. It is a wall... And it's a circle, like Jarvan Cataclysm, but it lasts a extremely long time, 4 seconds, but it has health. So some champions really suck at auto-attacking, and if you ever hit ghouls onto your opponent, and then you land a wall onto them, and you're on top of them, and you have your maiden out, sometimes people can't even, like, hit the wall. And it's super difficult, and you get stuck, and then you just die, because you're not able to move. It's really lame whenever that happens, but... You can see all my ghouls jump into them. If I spawn more, they continue jumping too, which is pretty sick. Wow, he did not ulti either of us. So, as you can see, I kind of dominate him now. And what's awesome about your maiden is that she lasts forever. She will literally never go away unless you leave her to die. So yeah. That was definitely a play. Oh, my maiden might die. I should leave. Also, it looks like Azir might be coming up too. This guy just got level 6 as well. Dang, if he didn't get level 6, honestly, there might have been an outplay, but that was pretty unfortunate timing for him to reach that, because it does increase his damage pretty substantially. It does 212 on its own. That's a lot of auto attacks. Things that I have not mentioned yet this game so far about Yorick is that your ghouls deal good damage. It's good to consistently land your E and wall or whatever. When you have your maiden out, she spawns these mistwalkers. That's what your ghouls are. They spawned every single time that you just kill minions or she kills minions around you. It just automatically does it. So she constantly spawns them. If I die, my maiden goes away. And lastly, the reason why I survived for so long is because your Q also heals you for percent missing. So the lower you are, the more it heals. And they also buffed that like 3 months ago too, but I forgot how they buffed it. I think that it didn't have a base damage or base on it, maybe? I don't remember. But yeah, we're completely crushing this guy so far. I think he's just screwed if I land another E. Because he can't heal enough, maybe? The thing is that Yorick... I think I've played Warwick into Yorick before, and it's really difficult once Yorick gets his executioners. Warwick sucks against people who can kite you, and Yorick's one of those champions where sometimes if you have your maiden out and some ghouls, you kind of just walk around, press E to slow them, put down your wall, and just watch. You don't even like go into like do too much because maybe it's too risky, and you just watch your ghouls do all the work. Damn, this turret is already almost gone. That is so crazy. Now, the question is... Okay, never mind. We see where everybody is. We're chilling. I believe there is a trick with Yorick that you can also do. One second. Did that do it? I think that trick was okay. So, the Yorick trick, I don't know if I did it correctly. If you have a bunch of ghouls out, you can only have a maximum of 4, because obviously it would be kind of busted if you could just have an infinite amount. What? That missed? No! It's actually so influential that I missed that, too. My maiden, unfortunately, is like gonna get herself killed. Oh, actually, this seems to be working out in our favor, kind of. He dies to comment. That's so goofy that he actually died to that. Okay, so anyways, why Comet Yorick is even a thing. Another, I guess I have not mentioned that. I've mentioned all of Yorick's kits, so you should have a pretty good understanding of, like, how he works. When the Maiden is out, every single auto attack, she attacks whatever. You can, like, make her attack just like a ghoul with your E. Like, if I do it over here and there's, like, a Gromp, she'll go try to fight it as well. In fact, I think that she might be able to beat it. She does some magic damage. It's not really that crazy. The crazy part about her is that whenever I auto-attack anybody that... I didn't think I'm fine. I'll just leave. Whenever I auto-attack anybody that is also being hit by the Maiden, I deal 2% max HP magic damage, and then it has no cooldown. It used to. So if I, like, auto-attack reset with my Q, I can do, like, hit, 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 like, very quickly, right? And that's, like, 6%. So she's very nice to fight almost any type of character with, because if you're versus a tank, she helps you. I believe this also reduces armor, which I completely forgot about. We also get movement speed towards the people, too. If we press our Maiden right now, Maiden will be sent to push until she dies, and that allows you to, like, go group with your team. She will be able to shove very easily because the thing is that, remember that when the maiden is in an area, all the minions that die will spawn ghouls, so she can continuously get more and more ghouls for herself. I'm just gonna spawn a bunch and just see if maybe I can get this guy. This is warded, never mind. We're probably not gonna be able to do anything then. I'm just gonna go back top lane. Might as well just continue pressuring this guy until we just win really hard. What I was trying to say about the Comet before I got sidetracked is that every single ghoul auto attack resets it. Yeah, sure, that missed. I really feel like there's no possible way that could ever miss there, but whatever. I have level 2 Maiden now. Looks like she does actually get upgraded, too. Her health just increased. So now we deal 2.5% per auto attack. She gets tankier. When I land my E onto people and all my ghouls jump on them, you'll see my Comet reset so quick. Watch. Oh, actually just procced. You see how it's like ticking down very, very, very quickly? That's why it's so powerful. I want to fight this guy, but I just don't know if I can 1v2. I mean, he is quite weak. If I want to take this Gromp, then I definitely want to get some ghouls for myself. This time I'll help with it, because we can, of course, kill it much faster if I help. Very nice. He has Blade of the Ruined King now, so he is spiking. Hopefully my maiden doesn't get herself killed. I'm trying to bring her back. You can't control her. You just have to move and she'll follow you and stuff. Bro, stop. Stop healing yourself. How do I ever kill you? I think that maybe we just go for, like, objectives, huh? I think Maiden gets ridiculous movement speed if you walk really far away. Otherwise, she's kind of slow and could get caught out and die. So I'm trying to run away really far so she doesn't. Because I want to keep her. Oh, there's a Viego there. I do have a pink ward here, and I feel like he would probably be seen, right? Oh, I guess not. I do get the Scuttle Crab from him. I land my E here. That will spawn some ghouls onto her. Looks like she went invisible, though, so we have no idea how much damage it was doing and stuff. This guy's just perma-shoving. We're not really in that big of a rush to, like, kill this Warwick on repeat. I'm not too scared about his scaling, because I've already gotten to a point where I feel like I'll be strong for the rest of the game. The next item is going to be Liandries, so we can proc a burn. Your ghouls do proc it. I just don't really understand why it's good on Yorick, though. I kind of forgot. It might have been for the split pushing build, potentially. I don't remember, though. You do have an AP ratio on your E, I suppose. I'm just going to send the Maiden top, honestly. The Maiden will go shove for me and get some CS, and then I'll go group with my team. And if we can try to be so aggressive to the point that the enemy feels threatened to need to be near us, that's so good, because that leaves the Maiden to do whatever she wants. You can see that the damage from the E is quite significant to that guy. Very difficult for them to stop us. And the Maiden is still shoving, by the way, and Warwick's bot. So this is, like, really ideal. I could probably go meet my maiden, to be honest, at this point, because she's about to crash. She does not stop pushing, so when this wave crashes, she will stay here forever. I'm just dead. That's interesting. I didn't even auto-attack that guy. I don't want to auto-attack him because I could tank turret. So I guess one of my ghouls just went for him without me even wanting them to. And because they went for him, I started tanking. I tried flashing away, but I still got pushed underneath turret, so I died because of it. Oh my goodness. Oh well, at least this turret's really low. These turrets on the side lanes are worth so much. So I can get a ton of money for myself. Damn, he almost lived. That's crazy. Good stuff. Damn, you know what? I'll just defend bot lane. Maybe we can stop him from taking this turret. I needed help, Lulu. She still had her ult. Oh, cool. So, I was like wondering, I was like, wow. I didn't realize that I would just straight up die like that. But it turns out the only reason why I died is because Lulu DC'd so hard to the point that she couldn't even ulti nor heal or anything. Otherwise, my play totally made sense. We're stopping them from getting an objective bounty. We got a kill from it. I probably would have survived. That's really sad. Oh well. Not much that I can really do about a teammate DCing the way that they did. Preferably, we always want to be split pushing on the opposite side of whatever objective is the most important. But Otacons top and Dragon's bot, and those are kind of equal, so I'll just be going wherever I need to be to defend stuff, because obviously I don't want to be matching a Kali. That'd be kind of stupid. Talon dying for the 1 in 8 guy is definitely not smart. Not good. There's potential for me to solo Otacon. Yorick's pretty good at soloing because of your ghouls and your maiden. Deals really good damage. I feel like I'm getting initiated on. Huh. I feel like they're sending a bunch up. Because suddenly, MF and Senna went from mid lane up to top. And that's just, like, kind of weird that they would do that, unless they were going up here. Okay, we have Rift Herald topside, apparently. That's coming top, right? Yeah, it is. I think that they're just gonna start Otacon. Because they keep on rotating up over and over again. I could pink ward and try to just stall them. Never mind, it's already been stalled. Not even necessary. Then I'm just gonna start shoving. Although... Never mind. I think we're okay. What I was gonna say is that maybe they're like brush camping, but even if I did get brush camped and all of them were here, I probably could survive by just getting inside of Rift and just leaving. I want the maiden to... I mean, not the maiden, the Rift Herald to crash. Thankfully, he didn't kill it, so we still have it. Unless this guy kills it right now. Nope, he doesn't, so we're going to be able to take so much from them. It is kind of early to take inhib, but whatever. I mean, we are a split-pushing champion, I guess, so... Oh, dang, we still have it again? No, I died. Damn, giga damage onto that guy, though. He almost died. The reason why I'm backing away so far is because I'm afraid of my maiden dying. I really care about keeping her alive since her cooldown's really long and it's very annoying waiting for her. So I'll probably just go to the opposite side of the map. Does Akali better leave? There's no reason for her to be down there anymore. It's my turn to be the bot laner. The only thing that's going to be up pretty soon is the Baron in 1 minute. Dragon's still not in 3. Oh. Oh, goodness. Guy's definitely dead. Okay, I kind of yoinked that from her. I don't know if that was, like, necessarily bad to do, though. Alright, Maiden, it's time to go bot lane. Let's go. So AP literally gives you, like, no damage. It's only your E. But I feel like it's only for the effect of the passive. And I mean, it does deal a lot. Because you can keep the passive going with your ghouls pretty easily. Dragon's up in 2 minutes for our soul. If my team isn't ready to pressure the Baron, then I can't pressure bot. Whenever you're side splitting, it's very simple. If I pressure hard, will the enemy team come try to kill me, right? Most likely. Now, if the enemy team tries to come kill me and my team isn't ready to do Baron, that's really bad. But as soon as my teammates are around Baron ready to do it, if they send multiple people to kill me, that's fine. I can die for Baron. And then if they don't send people because they're worried about Baron, then that's obviously good because then I get to be in a 1v1 where I win. Although my teammates just died, which kind of sucks. Well, I got him giga low. But I can't hit the turret, really. I'm worried that I'm going to get CC'd under turret because something's going to hit him and ruin my day again. And I am worried about that. Just like how I died to his ear. My maiden! How could you? Wait, my E missed? Really? Okay. If my E landed on MF there, you would have seen how much damage the ghouls plus the Liandries does. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, the game's over. We didn't get to finish the Rift, but hopefully I still got to showcase how it works. Honestly, you just build other items. The playstyle is exactly the same. You just sit back, your maiden spawns ghouls, you chuck E's at people, the E will cause the ghouls to jump on them, they proc your Liandries, and then you just continue pushing and being an absolute menace to the enemy team, right? It's very easy. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Did second most on my team to the Jinx. I made Warwick deal less damage than everybody on his team, including his support. But he did not, or he did outdamage my Lulu, though, by a little bit. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.